Good morning, everyone. Hi, superstars, I normally say. Yes, superstars, because that's what you are. Welcome to the Karen Howe Show, Series 14.
Yeah.
I still have to go, wow, we got here, Charmaine.
Yeah, we persevered.
It's been a pretty cool ride.
Yeah.
With much more to come.
Loving it.
Loving it. So this is where we show you how upleveling your life is important that we continue to grow. And this week we're going to be talking about planting a seed. So we should never underestimate the power of planting a seed and giving every seed our rose, we could call it, which is the rate of self-evolution. I love that. You should see my rose. I've got grown, which is a physical rose. So if we feed it, nurture it, do everything, to I guess, create this growth.
Great environment.
In the right environment, yes. Yeah. So surround ourselves too with some other roses. That's going to be important, so we should never underestimate that. So I'm writer, author, speaker on How to Reclaim Your Life, a book that I published last October, giving people a voice. My line is, I want to enable people rather than leaving them feeling disabled.
Yeah, amazing.
So that's there's quite a bit to be done out there, and I feel quite humbled, and I feel I'm now in that space where I understand, what I can do to help, which is pretty cool. Hey, over to you, Charmaine. I'll let you talk a bit about you as well.
Yeah, I'm Charmaine Livingston. My work's soul frequency feng shui. I do earth and soul alignments, helping people, families and businesses who are feeling stuck or unwell to restore flow and balance to their homes and bodies, which is everything. Flow and balance is everything. I say life's a puzzle and the code is your home. So we'll find any blockages or stagnation that you need more flow on in there.
Yeah. And I'll always say that Charmaine's our go-to in terms of our home and for the well-being of my family. Excuse me. And there's been some amazing shifts. So, and it continues.
Yeah.
You never get to the end, but you start feeling amazing.
We're always balancing and aligning and uplifting, aren't we?
That's right. And the importance of that too, it's, to wake up and just feel, what's my day going to look like today? Feel very enthusiastic. And one of the things that leads me to, I don't know anybody that actually says that I can't wait to live an ordinary life.
Yeah.
The reality is, though, the real exciting plans go out the window. They get replaced with a mediocre. Like, we just accept this because that's what we see or we've witnessed.
Well, we're told that we should work hard and just struggle.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
And or we feel we're not entitled to be happy. We see others around us appearing to not be happy. But as we've talked about in past sessions, you hang out with the eagles or soar with the eagles. So hang out with people that you align with and that are going to give you what you need to grow and be that rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And the other thing too, if someone doesn't make that first move, so if you're not going to make that move, like we're making that move, how can we ever start helping each other? That was my thing. And, to get to that state of being happy, joyful, loving, really loving, not just feeling you love and or feeling the need for love. So, yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah. It's like exuberating love, and then you naturally just lift the people up around you instead of giving love thinking that's helping them.
Yeah.
You're vibrating love from within.
It's like when you hold that newborn baby too, Charmaine, just sort of analogy there. You don't actually have to have an attachment with that baby. Not everybody has babies. But having that newborn, or it might be a dog or an animal or a pet to someone, that love is, that you can't imagine them not being there or you just have that, it's unconditional.
Unconditional love. Yeah, that's the frequency we're looking for here.
That is the frequency we're going, love and above.
Yeah.
So you are entitled to have an amazingly, extraordinarily, they are words, life.
My favorite words.
They are my favorite words. I like to really stretch them out. One, because, full of joy. Those words make you feel joy, make you want to say, I love everything I need right now. I have everything. I love everything I have in my life right now. So in the present moment, we always talk about that, and you hear people talk about that in the present moment. It's just important. I'm here now sharing this message in this present moment, and I wonder how I deserved this.
Yeah.
What made me think I could share this message with others?
What made you think you couldn't?
What made me think? That's when I started asking, what makes me think I couldn't?
Yeah.
I just
What
started.
you should be now. Yeah.
So I just started, and I said to myself, if I don't do something to get the message out there or to share what I've learned, then who am I doing a disservice to?
Mm. And a lot of people think that why should I be so joyful and happy with all that's going on in the world? But that's your purpose. It's like that's how we change the world.
It is how we change the world.
Yeah.
And my heart just knew it wanted to share the message and inspire others. And I just thought, just do it, girlfriend.
Yeah.
So how did I get started? Well, I'm the kind of person who pushes through challenges. And if it scares the shit out of me, I know I've got to do it. I just keep going. I don't give up. I'm like a dog with a bone.
Yeah.
So, that's what got me started. And
that's an awesome attitude.
I just wasn't going to give up.
No. And yes, that's where I love, there's a powerful quote in your book where something along the lines of the best way to get somewhere is to decide you no longer want to be where you are. And that really hit me. I love that. It's a choice. It's a choice we make, a shift in perception. And it's the programming or the story we tell ourselves every day, that I'm not good enough or I am good enough. It's as simple as that. It's changing the way you talk, like, are we talking for a positive future, saying, things are good or things are going to be good? Or is it leading us to relive our negative past, and which creates a victim story, and it just circles round and round, and we never get anywhere if we keep living the victim story.
That's exactly it. And that's what got me writing my book, Charmaine, because I was tired of being a victim.
Yeah.
I knew that I had to make the change myself, for myself, by myself.
Shit changes today.
Shift changes today. That's right.
Shift changes today. That's good.
The self-talk for me, I found, is the key in defining your image. Now, look at my backdrop. Seriously, look at me before on the left with my short hair, admittedly, but the change in about 5 years. I'm actually much older with the one on the right. Both had a bit of makeup on, so there's not any one that, it's just you can see the difference in my shape of my face. My eyes are sparkling.
Yeah, makeup won't hide when your glow is dimmed. That's for sure.
So that's why I picked that picture today, because I still get blown away with my before and afters. So
yeah. Wondering how you lived every day in that space, like you couldn't,
No, but however, I did thank that Karen because she got me to where I am today. She, we were survivors. We got very good at surviving.
And the suffering, it's necessary.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. And I needed to, work through that. But it's at some point, it's just making that shift, making that conscious choice to make a difference or to get out of your own way, basically.
Yeah.
It's showing up in the world and influence the path you take in life. That is the key. Who wants to live that ordinary life? Remember we said, I didn't stand there and go, I can't wait to live my ordinary life. But I can stand here now and say, I'm so excited about my extraordinary life I'm living. So I'm talking as
I deserve this.
I deserve this. Yes.
Yeah.
And our self-image is not done and dusted at birth. There is always chance to change. And along the way, you can do things to make a difference for yourself. And then what happens, it will make a difference for others in your relationships, anything in your life. You watch it change. I've watched my family dynamics change.
Yeah. How you work through your challenges and your mistakes is key.
Yeah, exactly. And I started using terms like, and you can apply whatever you want in your life, it works for you, but I'm the kind of person who believes. There is something more. When I wrote my book at that point, I said, there is something more out there than this. I know there is, because I still believed. I was optimistic, and that was a key element that was, I guess, driving me. And I always believed that people are good, no matter what. Even if I had been bullied, I opened myself up to that. Instead of standing in my own power or walking away, and I don't condone bullying, by the way, I believe that it is real. However, it is about us being in our own power, and knowing ourselves, strengthening our foundations, our whole demeanor, and being able to say, I don't like what you said, or walk away.
Yeah, like when you drop from the head into the heart and you synchronize the two situations of a bully having a go at you, if you're sort of on a low frequency and feeling insecure, you would go, oh, he hates me, he's always picking on me. But from a place of love, you would just go, oh, that poor guy, like, what's he going through? Exactly. And not even impact you whatsoever, like just thinking what's going on in that poor guy's life. Wow. Yeah. And walk off.
And sending the love, as you're saying.
Yeah.
Knowing it's not about you. Yeah.
No, it's not.
And things like that's the most amazing things will happen in my life, because I believe I'm always going to be okay. And in fact, not just okay, I'm going to live this life full of adventures.
Yeah. And it's the feeling. That's the feeling that carries that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And that's fun guaranteed. That's a slogan we're using as well for From Farm's vision, because fun guaranteed wherever you go.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Changing our self-talk, we can change our self-image. You see that in my picture, okay? The people who begin shaping us, our key influences, are our parents, carers, teachers, authority figures. The way we speak to our child, or people speak to us when we're younger, becomes our inner voice. It's quite scary to think that. Yeah. If you say, oh, you're lazy, you're forgetful, you're not the most cleverest, your big brother's cleverer than you.
Yeah,
all those comments, that's going to just sit in your memory bank, and it's your inner voice, and these are going to be your triggers.
Yeah, they'll be your challenges for the future.
The challenges for your future. So if we don't like something about ourselves, we have to question, whose truths were they derived from? So they weren't really our stuff. It wasn't our stuff.
Is it really true?
And is it really true?
No.
So more how we process those life's voices from within us. So we can change the thoughts that have got us here and propel us to a more optimistic future. Yeah, bring it on, baby. So I suppose to finish there, for me, it's we can change our thoughts to change the way we feel about ourselves. We modify our behaviors. We build different habits. My book talks about creating new habits in your life. Out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah.
We can transform our outlooks and our outcomes. We have the power. We have so much power in us. We can be different and change.
Yeah, if we want to be. That's where we're talking about planting that seed. You're absolutely planting a seed in your own programming. Whatever happened to us in the past is in the past. We can't change that, but what we can do now is change by processing and letting go the emotional response, the trigger that we have to that that we have in the present.
Yeah,
that's associated with that trauma or painful memory from when we were young. Yeah, so
I was thinking actually of what happened on the weekend. We went caravanning. Jeff's poor old Jeff, I bring him into some of my scenarios because I spend so much time with him, is that we got caught in traffic, and it's horrible. You're pulling a 27-foot caravan. People are driving in front of you. I suppose truck drivers experience this every day. But he was getting himself quite worked up, and very worked up. And this happened before, that by the time we got to our campsite, he was shattered because of the emotion that he was experiencing. So I was actually giving him some nice self-talk, replacing it. Just think about when we're down there, we're going to be set up, we're going to have our a beer in our hand, we're going to be going, cheers honey, look at that outlook, just think ahead of what it will look like. And the difference was quite amazing. He wasn't as whacked out by the time we got down there and set up. He was actually quite the opposite.
Yeah, because the frustrating the frustration and the anger and that we feel in those moments is draining. It's depleting, and it's not doing any good. I mean, if you're yelling at the guy out the window and stuff, it's not making an impact on him. He doesn't, you know, you're only draining your own energy. And
it's
yeah. So I say that we, you know, we analogize it to a washing machine, that that our energy, when we're frustrated and angry like that, we're draining the energy from our brain, and we're left exhausted. And if we were a washing machine, where a washing machine has to be grounded, has to be connected to power, if it's unbalanced by negative thoughts, you know, it just runs straight out the door. It gets so unbalanced that it just doesn't work properly, and it completely drains the capacitor and stuff. And it's a bit like that. You're just completely drained from the drive, and you don't realize you've done that to yourself with all your thoughts and your frustrations. Whereas you can just focus on, you know, the wine when you get there and the sunset and everything, and it'll be okay. This will pass.
And that's right. It too shall pass.
Yeah.
It's when you have a situation that you have to, and the anxiety's building, you really don't want to have to deal with it. And you just deal with it. And
it's temporary.
It's temporary.
Yeah.
And, building yourself up, actually, you then can't express yourself as well if you're in that space. So,
yeah.
And drain yourself very quickly, just like a washing machine.
Yeah.
I'll say it to Jeff next time. You remind me of a washing machine. A very expensive washing machine. That's awesome. Cool. So if anybody's got any questions around that, I've got my community t-shirt on today. This is part of my brand. Again, it was connection and community. You can't get away from it. And who would want to? When you find a nice community, I've found it.
Yeah, connection's everything, isn't it?
It just connects all the dots. Have the right people in your life. Go and find your tribe.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to be part of your tribe. Just follow us.
So your vibe attracts your tribe. So yeah. What vibe are you on? What tribe do you want to attract?
Oh, good. All right. Thank you so much for those who joined us. And this will be downloaded to go on YouTube. Last week we had a funny situation with, because we played a video, which it wasn't intentional because we're not selling our videos, but apparently Facebook picked it up and said that I need
privacy laws.
I need to delete it. Yes, because it's copyright, I think, more so. Yeah.
But we'll find a way to get it out there to you.
We'll find some way. Yeah, I might be able to chop it up and remove the video out of it. But such a shame because it kind of worked in nicely.
Yeah, we could maybe leave the link to the video instead of actually putting the video there, and then it goes to their actual page.
Yes, so I think I'll cut the front bit and make our video, and then we'll just put the link to that video.
Yeah.
That's probably what we could have done. Anyways, anywho, lovely to see you, Miss Charmaine. As you
too.
Such a treat. And have an amazing rest of your week. Go and live that amazingly, extraordinarily massive life that you deserve.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves.
You do.
We'll catch you on the flip side.
Yeah, just wanted to say it's the new moon tonight. So set those intentions and for your world and the whole world, and that the thoughts and words become things, but it's the feeling that gives you wings. So
I love that. And we'll have your wings on there next time.
Yeah. That'll be good. That's
just given me an idea for another show. All right, lovelies. Mwah.
Mwah. Thank you.
Love you, and see you soon. Bye for now.